Hello love, welcome to Yoga Life with Amber. I'm Amber, your yoga buddy for today. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are going to be working on grounding ourselves through different parts of our bodies, through our minds, through our breath. Let's get this party started. Roll out your mat, close your eyes, and take a moment to ask your body, what shape would feel grounding to you to start practice? I have already asked my body, and I'm going to start in a child's pose. But ask and then begin to slowly move into a grounding posture that feels good for you, because this is your practice. And take a moment to notice, does it actually feel grounding to you? Does it feel sturdy? Does it feel soft? Knowing that we have to find the ground before we can grow. Once you find your spot, let's take 5 deep, intentional breaths together. Inhaling through your nose, filling up your belly with air. Exhaling out of your nose or your mouth, your choice. Maybe today you want to use Ujjayi breath and make your breath noisy, sounding like the ocean, moving in and out, dragging it on the back of your throat. And just imagine that you're this beautiful seed in the ground and you have soil and dirt all around you. And give that soil a word. What is it that is all around you, hugging you, encouraging you to grow into your highest, most beautiful, blossoming self? On your next breath, lift your gaze. If you're in child's pose or wherever you are, let's all meet in a comfortable upright seated position. Take your left foot on top of your right knee. We're going to come into fire log pose. If your left knee is up high like this, you can always grab a pillow and put under it. So take your hands on your feet and begin to massage your toes. Starting with your big toe, just take your thumb and run it down your toes, each and every single toe. Send it some love. Give some gratitude to your feet. They do so much for us, and it's a beautiful way to feel grounded. I have a friend who is encouraging me to go and stand outside on the earth for at least, I think she said like 10 minutes a day maybe. And it's winter right now when I'm filming, clearly, in North Carolina. So I wait for those sunny days to do it. It feels really magical. Run your thumb along your arches, and then we're going to do something kind of funky. We are going to hold hands with our feet. So like you would do like a lover's hand hold. Spread your fingers in between your toes. If you have on socks, you're going to have to ditch them. Sorry. And then kind of point and flex your foot. Roll it around in circles. It feels kind of funky, but it feels kind of magical. I know you think so. Tell me in the comments what you think about this. I do it all the time to stretch my toes out. Whenever you're ready, take your hands on your knees, take your shoulder bones back, pause right here, and ask your body, is this enough? Or do you want to take your hands in front of you and slowly walk them away from your body? You can keep a soft gaze and the chin up with a long spine, or you can forward fold. And then check in with your breath here. Notice the places of your body that are touching the ground. And slowly walk your hands back towards your legs. Come back to that upright seat. And then take that left leg, extend it out. Pull the right foot in towards the groin Inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, take the right hand behind the glutes. And then press the hips forward. Take that left foot and plant it on the earth, and then reach over the head with the left arm. Be gentle in the hips if this is really intense to start class with. Hold here for 2 breaths. If this feels like too much, you could always keep the hips down and just reach behind you. On your last breath, drop the hips. And then we're going to come into fire log pose on the other side. Whichever leg wasn't on top last time, put it on top this time. Let's begin by massaging those toes. I love you, toes. You guys, have you ever broken a toe? Like, it's legit. Or if you're missing a toe, you'll be grateful for your feet after that. I love to massage the tops of my feet. Oh my gosh. I got the best massage the other day. His name is Ryan, if you're local. His name is Ryan Sargent, if you're local. And he's magical. He's working at the Riveter right now. Today is December something, 2020. So if you're watching it right now, call him up. Let's hold hands with our foot. Ooh, that one's a little different for me. And kind of flex and point, roll the ankle around. All the while sending gratitude for your feet. I've met people that hate their feet. So sad. So send some love to your feet. Good. Take your hands, one hand on your knee, one hand on your foot. Take the shoulder bones back, heart open. Pause. If this is enough, stay right here. Breathe. Or walk the hands in front. Hinging at your hips, shoulders moving down towards your hips, tall spine. Gaze up, eyes closed, whatever feels really good for you. Or maybe fold, allowing the forearms to come to the earth, forehead moves towards the ground. Just kind of lay your chest on your shin. But no matter where you are, take a moment to bring your awareness back to that word. The soil around you that is growing you into the most fabulous version of you. And slowly lift your head up, walk yourself back. And this time extend that right leg out. Pull the left foot in towards the groin. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, left hand comes behind your glutes. You can stay right here. Or maybe press the hips forward. Keep that right foot planted on the ground and see how that changes the stretch. Because sometimes we flip the foot up. I really like grounding through that foot. Good. 2 breaths here. Soft shoulders. You can even wiggle around if you like, if that feels good. And then exhale, bring the hips down. Let's roll onto all fours, hands and knees, tabletop pose. Take your hands about 5 inches in front of you. And on your exhale, send your hips back. And then swing the hips over to the left. And then chaturanga your arms, bring the elbows in towards the chest. Big hip circles, swing the hips over towards the right. Inhale. Exhale. Plant the fingers, spread the fingers wide. Good, and then switch direction. So we're really using the strength in the arms when we come through center. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, come through center. One more time. Waking the hips up just a little bit. Good, walk the hands underneath your shoulders and then tuck your toes. For me, I have to kind of reach back and get my pinky toes tucked under. Walk your hands up and sit your glutes back on your heels. Inhale, reach the arms up. Grab that left wrist with the right hand and lean over to the left with the hips. Body reaches over towards the right with the arms. Turn your chest towards the sky. Good. Inhale, come back to center, switch sides. Soft shoulders. Inhale, come on back. Place the hands in front of your knees and then walk yourself up again. Come onto your feet into like a little froggy position. I have to kind of walk my feet a little further apart, and we're going to do a little wiggle. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn towards the camera. So we're going to wiggle, 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 placing the entire foot down, and then wiggle to the other side, place the entire foot down, waking up those feet. And come into your full froggy position, hands in the center of the knees, and you're probably at the back of your mat, and we're gonna froggy hop to the top of our mat. This is an exercise I use in personal training to like really get people's quads fired up, so if you wanna do these later, they're pretty fun. So hands come a little bit in front of you and hop to your hands, stay low, hop, one more hop, good, and then send the hips up. Turn the toes towards the top of your mat for an active forward fold. Keeping a good bend in the knees because this is our first forward fold for today. Now, if this hurts your back at all and you're loading your back, take your hands to your thighs for a flat back. Halfway. Feels pretty great actually. Shoulders move towards the hips. Wherever you are, pick up all 10 toes. Bend the knees extremely. Send the tailbone towards the back of your mat. Inhale, take the hands to heart center. Let's do a little bounce for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the weight into the left leg. Grab the ground with all 10 toes and slowly begin to pick up that right knee, pull it in towards the chest. From here, we're going to step that right foot back for warrior one. So keep the left foot towards the edge of the left side of your mat. Step that right foot to the outside edge of the right side of the mat. And turn your toes at a 45-degree angle. So not all the way forward, not all the way back at a 90-degree, 45-degree angle. And then bend in the left knee over the left ankle. Hands come to heart center. If you want to reach them up, that's awesome. But my shoulders get really tight, so I'm going to stay right here. We might even cactus your arms. Yes, what a powerful, beautiful pose. Feel the grounding in your feet and your legs. Really activate those toes. Bend in the knees. Step back where we started, top of the mat, right knee in towards the chest. And then take that right foot on the inside of the left leg for a tree pose. You could be a plant, you could be a tree, wherever you want to be. Keep a slight micro bend in that left knee, active in the left foot. One more breath. Inhale, bring the right knee in towards the chest again. This time, we're going to send the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Heel is up this time for a crescent high lunge. Hands can come to heart center. Or maybe take the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, and press the hands towards the earth, opening through the heart, but pulling in through the belly. Bend the right knee towards the ground, and then straight through that left leg. Ooh, lean back. Lean back. Good. Bend in both knees again. Step to the top of the mat, bring the right knee into the chest. One more time. And then place that right foot on the earth. Do a little wiggle in the hips. Good. Take the hands to heart center. Exhale, sit back in that chair pose. Pick all 10 toes up again. Little bounce. 10, 9, 8, 7. You got this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift the weight into the right leg. Pick up the left knee in towards the chest. You got this. Micro bend in that right knee. And we're going to send that left foot back outside of the mat on the left for warrior one. I like a short warrior one stance. And I like a wide warrior one stance because I got hips. You know what I'm saying? Turn the 45-degree ankle. Bend that right knee over the right ankle. Hands to heart center for me, wherever you want to be. Maybe cactus. Breathe. Feel grounded and strong. Feel your breath. I'm in the sun right now, so I'm like sweating and breathing hard, so sorry. Bend that right knee. Get strong. Step that left knee in towards the chest. You're doing great. Set it up for tree pose on this side. Micro bend in the right knee. Whatever kind of tree plant situation you got going on. Bust it wide open. Feel the life in your body. We are not separate from nature. We are not separate. We're not separate from each other. What are you grounded in? What is growing you? Even if it sucks, even if it's hard, even if it's a pile of literally fertilizer. Maybe you go through something hard. See that as growth. Good. Inhale, bring the left knee in towards the chest. We're going to step it to the back of the mat for that high lunge, crescent lunge. Hands can come to heart center or maybe interlace the fingers behind your back. Press the hands towards the earth, opening in the heart, but integrity in the core muscles. I should really stretch that left hip here. Make sure you're breathing. Bend, you're breathing. Make sure you notice that you're breathing. Bend the left knee. Straighten through the right leg a little bit. Lean back. Lean back. Good. Bend both knees. Step back to the top of the mat. Left knee in towards the chest. Place the left foot down. Mountain pose. Grab the ground with your feet. Activate all the muscles in the legs, all the way up into the belly. Hands by your side. Palms can be open. I'm going to face you for this mountain pose. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the strength here. Let your shoulders be soft. And bring your awareness back to that thing that grows you. What keeps you grounded. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Place the hands. Step both feet back to that high plank push-up position. Exhale, drop the knees. Hug the elbows into the ribs and lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Lift the chest. Pick the hands up off the ground, maybe pick up the legs. Shoulders move towards the hips for 2 breaths. Active in the back body. And take the hands and walk them off of your mat. And then take your forehead down onto your mat. Elbows move up towards the sky and towards the top of your mat. Just roll from side to side on your forehead, leaning the right shoulder over towards the earth. Left shoulder over towards the earth. Acknowledging this knowing that goes beyond intellect that we all have. What is this practice teaching you? What is this day teaching you? See if you can find that. Place the hands, tuck the toes. Press back up to that high plank push-up position and then move the tailbone towards the sky for downward facing dog. If downward facing dog doesn't feel good for you, please feel free to walk your hands towards your feet. Take your feet as wide as your mat until your heels touch the earth for bulldog pose. This is starting to feel really amazing for me personally, so I rarely take a downward facing dog anymore. But wherever you are, feel the grounding in your hands, feel the grounding in your feet, and feel that lift, the growth in your tailbone, in your booty, in your spine, in your heart. Feel it all right here. This is the last active pose that we're going to do today in class. And then we're going to come into final rest. So bust it wide open for 2 more breaths. Walk back to that downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Drop the knees on the exhale and then lower all the way down to the chest one last time. And then from here, we're going to roll onto our backs. Our final rest. If you'd rather do final rest in a child's pose or on your side, please feel free. Wherever you find yourself, allow yourself to resettle. Let your shoulders be soft. All the muscles in your face relax. Your shoulders, your arms, your hips and your legs be heavy and supported by the ground beneath you. Feel the connection. Let your breath be easy. And let's take 10 soft breaths together. Bring your awareness to every inch of your body that is making contact with the ground, with your floor, with your mat. What grounds you? Make time for those things. It can be a lot of different things that ground you, that keep you feeling steady. Begin by wiggling the fingers and the toes and slowly roll onto one side. Whichever side feels excellent for you today. Excellent? Whatever. Whatever side feels amazing for you today. And take your time pressing yourself back up to that tall seat. I'm going to read to you before we finish class today from You Are a Badass at Making Money. All of nature is forever moving, growing, changing, reproducing, evolving. It is all the rage. Even the damn universe itself is expanding. Likewise, you are not meant to just survive, to stay stagnant, to settle. You are meant to keep growing and thrive. Just like the tree that sucks up nutrients, water, and sun, grows to its tallest, mightiest height, and drops shit all over your yard that will then spawn the next generation of trees, and the frog that miraculously grows from egg to tadpole to adult, you too are meant to reach your fullest expression of the you that is you. Thank you so much for being here today. Bring those hands to heart center. If this video got you feeling like, baby, don't worry, you are my only, you won't be lonely, even if the sky is falling down. Hit that subscribe button, give it a like. I would love to see you next time. I don't know why I'm using my hands like this, but I like it. Namaste for today. This was a request by Mallory. I love you, Mallory. I want to stay grounded, so I'm not going to think about it. Your hip, glutes back on. Wow. I've said it once, I'll say it again. This book will change your life. Bring those hands to heart center. Bring those hands to heart center.